Hey, Daniel, how are you doing? Good morning.
Good morning. I'm doing well.
Thank you for calling us today. How can we help you?
Yeah, so I didn't grow up in the most devoted Catholic family.
Uh-huh.
And so a lot of what I learned came from my Catholic education.
Good.
And in school, they always taught us to receive the Eucharist with our hands.
Uh-huh.
And now that I'm developing my faith and have more friends from devout Catholic families, there's some debate amongst my friends on whether you should receive the Holy Eucharist on your tongue or on your hands. And I was curious what you guys thought.
Okay, very good. Well, this is very interesting. So, uh, I'll, it's a long conversation, right? We'll try to
Right.
summarize. So, first of all, going back in time, originally it might have been in the hand, might have been in the tongue. With time, as the church realized the substantial presence of Jesus Christ in the Eucharist, it turned more into receiving in the tongue, out of devotion
Mm-hmm.
and adoration, and for many other reasons. And in time, right? After a while, in the time of Pope Paul VI, there was a question of some bishops who wanted to allow communion in the hand in some cases, and the Pope gave we can talk about that a bit more, he gave an indult. An indult is like a permission, and the permission was this way. The preferred way is to receive in the tongue. There's a permission for those who want to receive, if there's any need, in the hand. Right. So from there, after a while, well, it became like everybody wanted to receive in the hand. And today, even in the schools, they teach you, they tell you that you should
Mm-hmm.
receive in the hand, and that is a little bit of, if you want, an abuse of the norm. They should say, at least they
Okay.
should say, you are welcome to receive it in the hand. You can receive it in the tongue. Um, let's put it that way. So, and that's why the church in the rite of ordination of the priests anoints the hands of the priests, right? Father Rachel and myself, like priests, there's a particular
Mm-hmm.
rite where our hands are anointed in order to handle the Eucharist, right? And the baptized people don't have their hands anointed in order to handle the Eucharist. So why would they anoint us
Right.
in order to handle the Eucharist if it's
Mm-hmm.
not because only the priests should be handling the Eucharist and being consecrated particularly for that?
Right.
Interesting.
Right. And, the other thing is the danger of sacrilege. There are people, I
Mm-hmm.
don't know if you've seen lately, there was someone selling
Hmm.
consecrated hosts on the internet and stuff. Yeah, horrible. So there is the danger that some people might just keep it in the hand so that they can do a black mass or something, or just other people don't even know what it is, and because they're not Catholic or something, and they still go.
And they
Um,
don't consume it.
Mm-hmm.
and then the other thing is the particles. So every little piece, even a small
Right.
a small piece, is Jesus, right? So
Mm-hmm.
if you receive in the hand, you should, after you receive, just look and make sure they're not little pieces. I mean, you have to eat. I mean, receive every piece. So in that sense,
Mm-hmm.
the receiving the tongue avoids, or at least is much better to prevent these two things. Take more care of the crumbs, let's say, and
Mm-hmm.
avoid the the possibility of sacrilege. You could still do sacrilege, but it's like more difficult, right?
Right. It's less likely to do sacrilege
Yeah.
if you receive it in the tongue.
And then, of course, there is like what
Mm-hmm.
Father Patrick was saying, the reverence, right? So it's it's always considered in the church that this is the preferred way. Even when the Pope the Sixth gave the permission to receive in the hand, he says still is the preferred way to receive on the tongue,
Mm-hmm.
but will allow this too, right? So if someone wants to receive in the hand, they don't sin or anything. It's fine.
Right.
But it's important to understand that the receiving the hand is not the only possibility, And not see,
Right.
not it's not even the preferred possibility, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the preferred possibility is in the tongue, and it's perfectly fine to receive in the tongue.
Right. However, you will see in the texts of the bishops and some conferences of bishops in different parts of the world, they present both options as exactly equal today, right? And this is why it's more difficult to say, or we shouldn't say, you cannot do this or you
Mm-hmm.
cannot do that. And more typically today, what is unfortunate is I've seen some lay people who have come concerned to me, saying that they wanted to receive in the tongue, and the priest was really upset, and they forced them to receive in the hand. And that's not just, it's not pastorally correct, and it's not even according to what the
Mm-hmm.
bishops want. You know, there's an option of both things, and we need to know that both things, at least in the text of the bishops in the U.S., for example, it's like equally possible, you know? So
Right.
as far as you are concerned, you're welcome to receive in the tongue or receive in the hand. Whatever you prefer shows, whatever you see shows more adoration and devotion to the Holy Eucharist.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Interesting. Thank you. Yeah, that
All
helps.
right. Very good. Well, that's a good question. I hope we've been able to help you, and God bless you.
Thank you. God bless.
Bye bye.
Take care. Have a good day.
Bye.